Hello UT and hello the world, I'm your host Andrew Rosas. You know, few things on campus are as iconic as the UT Tower. But do students and alumni know what's going on inside those walls? What makes the tower so important to the UT campus? What makes it light up? Sadly, my copies of Tower Beat magazine were lost in a flood of regret for starting my own tower-themed publication. Luckily, we don't need an ill-conceived fanzine to learn about the UT Tower, because we here at The Hook were given a very special tour of the tower and got to see things most people never do. So, let's go to our man on the scene, me, and get the inside scoop on the UT Tower. Andrew, can you hear me?
This is Andrew Rosas with The Hook, and we're about to take a very special tour of the UT Tower. And we're here with Neil Crump, who's going to give us this tour. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thanks. Y'all picked a great day. Beautiful clouds, sunshine. It's a good day.
All right. Well, let's go. Let's go take this tour.
Okay. I want to start off, as we're coming down this hallway, I want to call your attention to these wall sconces. Just notice some of the detail in these wall sconces. There'll be a test later about the detail in this. Coming into the elevator waiting area right there, you notice these metal vertical pieces right here, and you wonder, why are these things here? Well, some people may not remember, but the University Tower was originally a closed stack library. These are the vertical supports they used for all the book stacks. These are actually structural to the building. They cannot be removed. So people talk about, oh yeah, you're so lucky you have an office in the tower. Well, your office may just have some of these little vertical T-bars right up in the middle of it because they cannot be removed. So, all right, ooh, here we go. No, Corey!
It seems Corey was unharmed, and everyone was safe inside an elevator the size of my first dorm room.
So coming up here, so this big frame right here, this is the counterweight system that drives the clock. And every 30 seconds, this will get a signal. This solenoid will engage, and then all these gears will start to turn, and then that will actually turn this shaft, which goes out to the clock face. So watch. And every time that happens, this counterweight goes down until it hits the limit switch. The motor will bring it back up and starts the process over.
Wow.
Every 30 seconds. And if you look, and you can see that pinion gear, it drives, and all four shafts then all incrementally at the same time.
At the same time, wow. Mm-hmm. That's incredible. I love that they just like put him through the wall. Like they built this wall and then just like...
Pretty much. Wherever it needs to go.
Wherever it needs to go, wow.
The observation deck is a classic stop on the UT tour, where you can clearly hear the sound of one of UT's native creatures, the jackhammer.
These are actually bullet holes from the Whitman shooting incident. Yeah. People were returning fire during that time, and so these are the actual remnants of that.
Mm-hmm. And they've left them here for...
Well, there was a project, and they spent quite a bit of money. They patched a lot of holes. In fact, the flagpole on the west side, if you go to Wikipedia and look up the Whitman, the whole thing,
incident, yeah,
there is a black and white photo of a girl hiding behind that flagpole. And if you go out there, you look at the big brass flagpole, you can see the spot where they patched the bullet hole where he shot through. Wow. The Littlefield fountain, you see the door there?
Yeah.
That's the door, the mechanical room. You go downstairs where all the pumps are. He shot right through that door. And on the back side, you can tell where the bullet came out, but they patched it on the front.
Wow.
So he shot many places. He was an expert marksman.
Yeah.
There are 356 lights total on the tower from the 10th level all up to the tippy-tip top. And we have white lights or orange lights.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see right here, you see kind of orange. That's actually a white light, but we have a filter that gives the orange.
Oh, okay. And is there like a protocol for lighting the tower, either like white or orange? Like
yes.
Where does the order come down from?
The president's office has a website that says, okay, here are the approved tower lighting configurations. Okay. And so everything from totally orange to the darkened tower.
And there it goes.
Every year we have an event called UT Remembers, and it's to recognize all the people that have been either students or staff or faculty of UT that have passed away in the previous year, and they will actually darken the tower.
The elevator in the tower is hooked up to an old electrical system with generators that provided constant power. I haven't seen this many old relays since I watched footage of the 1928 Olympics.
We're about to go into the elevator room of the tower. This is actually one of the fastest elevators on campus, even though it was opened up in 1937.
And this is like this is all tubes. Like this is all vacuum tubes?
It's all relays,
Yeah.
Mechanical relays. I don't know of any vacuum tubes. But all these things, this is all the logic they need, to operate the 27 floors.
Good grief.
If you peek your head right through here, you ever wonder what the back of a clock face looked like? Mm-hmm. This is the spot. It's a good view. It's a good view. I also point out here, the technicians that take care of this place, they don't throw anything away. They don't, because you can't go down and buy replacement parts for this thing.
Any of this stuff, yeah.
No, they have to file things down and reuse whatever they can.
What special tour would be complete without a look at the bells inside the UT Tower?
We're in the University of Texas Tower, Belfry. There are 56 bells in this belfry, and there's 4 levels. The largest bells are here at this level, and as we ascend up, the bells get smaller for the higher pitches. All the bells are controlled by the carol line, and some of the bells are hooked up with external strikers. This is actually what's utilized for the Westminster chimes that go off every 15 minutes. There's a signal comes in for these solenoids and it operates this clapper right here. The carol line works the internal clappers, part of the bell.
Have any of these bells ever had to be replaced over the years?
Not to my knowledge, they've not been replaced. Now, at one point I was told they came through and they painted the bells to make them beautiful, and that was a mistake because the paint actually changes the tone of the bell.
Sure.
And so that's why these bells have not been repainted, because they don't want to screw with the tone.
Yeah.
My thanks to Neil Crump for all the information and the VIP access to the tower. Before the end of the tour, Andrew got to sit down at the practice carillon, so play us out, you handsome devil.